Hey, so I am really excited about Shift Shop. I did this a year ago and this program is relaunching. And so that's why I'm so excited about it. It's because I have completed it before. It took me from, like I had been doing a lot of our programs and they had been doing really, really good for me. And I had been losing a little bit and a little bit and a little bit here and there, which is the goal. Like, you're not going to lose all at once. But I just needed this when it came. Okay. And so as soon as it released, I jumped on it. I printed off my agility markers. I didn't even buy them. Like if you're watching this, you probably got a Shift Shop challenge pack, which means you get the cool rubber agility markers. I didn't get those the first time that I did this program. I'll have them for the second time, but not for the first time. And so I just literally had pieces of paper that I set out to do my markers with. But I was all in on this program. I knew it was going to be awesome. And what it did was, because of the way the nutrition was, and he got me a little bit more strict than what I had been. And because of the way the workouts work, I seriously, that was whenever that was when my fitness went from just being like decent and good, still good, to just absolutely blowing my mind. And that's when I can truly say it was when my fitness took off, was when I did Shift Shop. So I'm really excited for you guys to do this with me and do it with my team. And so I just wanted to make this video really quick to show you how to access Shift Shop, how to look at the meal plan, where to find all of that, where to get your grocery list, where to find your recipes, how to plan to be successful. So that's what this video is for. I'm going to share my screen really quick, and then I'll show you, which this is old. All right, let me pull up my internet. Where is it? Okay. First of all, let me go back to the start here. So we're going to start at beachbodyondemand.com. When you get to beachbodyondemand.com, you'll log in with the email and the password that you created. And what it will actually look at, like, so when you log in, it takes you to this page where it says workout programs. And you'll see all these different workout programs here in this, and you have access to all of these, by the way, like for a full year, you have access to anything on here, full programs. So yours may not be in this order. Mine's in this order because it is the last ones that I've opened. But anyways, it is featured. So you're going to click on Shift Shop, obviously. And when you get there, you're going to see overview, which this will obviously give you the overview of what kind of workout it is. It will give you the workout lists. And so you'll click here. Right now, you can do that free sample workout. Like if I'm sending you this, you have access to this right now. You can do that free sample workout. And then here's prep week. We will start this on the 22nd. We will start prep week. I'll give you a much better calendar at that point, but we will start that on October 22nd. I'm really excited about that. And then from there, you'll go into week 1, 2, and 3. And that's when the proving grounds will also be released so that you guys can have access to those. That will all start on October 22nd. But some of you are wanting to start planning now, and that's awesome, and I totally get that. So here are the program materials. So click on that part next, okay? All right, so here's thing number 1. Like, let's say, for example, your dog hauls off with your yellow marker and you like really need your yellow marker. You can click on this on the PDF and they will give you these to print off so you can have a replacement. Or if you like didn't get, if you got a different challenge pack and you're just joining us differently, you can print these off and use these. So that's really, really cool there. The next thing that you'll want to download and print off, which you'll get this in the mail also, but if you want it now, you can print this off, is the Jumpstart Guide. What this is kind of to get you ready. This is for prep week, all right? So first of all, you'll want to read this from Chris. He's mind-blowing. You guys will love Chris. But that's a letter from him. And then he will talk to you about tracking your shift, which I love. I, just as an FYI, like, I don't lose weight anymore. Like, and really, even at the beginning, I didn't lose a lot of weight. I don't lose weight. I gain muscle and I lose inches. And so a lot of times when I am posting my before and afters, I either will gain a pound or stay the exact same or lose a pound. It's never the same because it's usually just I'm losing inches. So track with your inches, track with pictures, and track with the scale. You want to do all 3 because you just never know how it's going to look for you. Right tools, it tells you about the agility markers. Dumbbells for us ladies, probably 5s and 10s are the best. The score sheets, I'll show you where to print those off, and then Shakeology and Beachbody Performance if you want to include those in here, which I require that from the start, but I don't require you to keep that subscription. But I do think, obviously, that it's the best for you. And then it's going to give you so many energy and health benefits. All right, so here's for prep week. So with prep week, we will start off little by little, which I'll guide you through this. You don't have to read through this right now. I'll be guiding you through this starting on October 22nd. But basically day one, you're going to do the quick shift 15-minute workout for speed. And that day you're going to learn and you're going to focus on hydrating. Day two, you're going to do strength. And then on that day, you're going to focus on getting rid of the junk in your house. Day three, you're going to do speed again. And then you're also going to read up on your nutrition plan and really get acquainted with that. Day four, you're going to do strength again, and then you're going to try something new. You're going to try one of the recipes from the book. Day five, plan your meals. Day eight, stock up, and then day seven, meal prep, which there are different ways to meal prep. I'll explain some of that. All right, so from here, sorry, I'm trying to talk really fast so you're not watching this video for 8 years of your life. All right, from there, you'll go down to this nutrition button, and you'll click on the nutrition guide. And you have to do this in order or else you'll get really overwhelmed. So click on the nutrition guide, and you really are fine to not even start looking at this until like next Wednesday, but it's fine to start learning as soon as possible. So here's the nutrition guide. Once again, here's Chris. His main goal is just to get better. Like, let's get better. You're not finishing this challenge to like get the bikini body you've always wanted, but by the time this challenge is over, you will be better in some way, form, or fashion. So he talks about the fuel. Like, if there's one thing that he wants you to know is it's like food is not the enemy. Food is fuel. And we have to look at it that way. We have to get rid, like week one is get rid of the foods that are holding you back and start with a better balance of carbs, protein, and healthy fats, with carbs being at the forefront, mostly with fruits and veggies and a few starches. Then week two, your body will adapt. The workouts will increase in length. It's time to accelerate your results and cut back on the starchy carbs. And then week three is where you completely take out the starchy carbs and you're still getting a few others. But I promise you'll feel so good week three, you won't miss them. Sounds like my kid is starting a fit, but don't worry, my husband is out there taking care of it. Once again, look at food as fuel, all right? So here is how we're going to figure out what eating and meal plan that you're going to be on. So you're going to do this little fuel analyzer here on the side. I am pretty much always a 0. So I look at the 1 or less as plan A. And if you'll look here, that's a very small amount of calories. This is not something that I'm going to live off of on a normal basis. This is not a maintenance diet. If I was going to do this plan to where I would want to stay the same weight, or I don't know, even gain muscle, I would do plan B or C. But I'm actually I'm at a point, especially after vacation, where I want to be on a little bit of a deficit to get rid of some of that fat that I got on vacation. Totally fine, part of life. So I'm going to be doing plan A. So I look here, here's plan A. It shows me how many containers I get of each. Here's plan B for those of you who are in that bracket, plan C and D. And here is, actually I'll explain this at the end. I'll explain this at the end. If you're vegan or vegetarian, you'll want to read that though. Here are the food lists, okay? So like so I'm plan A. We get 3, for week 1, we get 3 veggies. All right, so I'm gonna look at this veggie list and I get to pick off of this list for those 3 veggies that I eat each day, which they include this list so that you can kind of do it on your own. But here's the beauty of this too, is you don't have to do this on your own. Since I'm in plan A, I'll just show you this because I'm showing you from my experience. They're gonna give me the exact meals that I'm gonna eat and the exact shopping list that I will need. And so for my family, I will double this. And then since I have 2 kids, I'll add in the foods that they eat, because they won't eat all of this. They eat a lot of what me and my husband eat, but they don't eat all of it. Like, they're not going to be munching on celery sticks. They just don't. And so anyways, there is my, my week 1 menu. And then here's for week 2 and here's for week 3. And then it keeps going down into plan B, C, D. It goes on to that. It also talks about hydration. You need to be drinking half the amount of ounces that you weigh each day. That gives you that calculation. You can have coffee and tea, that's fine. Just cut out like the sugars and the creams and all of those things. You can add these spices to them, and that's a really good way to like change it up if you can't drink it totally black. But you're really gonna wanna learn how to drink black coffee. If you hate black coffee and you still need caffeine, then try Energize. I loved Energize. It honestly, I like the way it makes me feel better than coffee. I don't have quite the crash that I get from coffee, which it doesn't give me much of a crash, but you know when you're sitting there and you're like, oh, I'm really tired all of a sudden. Like, it doesn't give you that like coffee does. So I love Energize. I use it a lot. Sometimes even when the house needs to be cleaned, I drink my Energize. So it's a really good way to get some healthy caffeine without added sugar and stuff. It talks about Shakeology. Here's a bunch of recipes you can use. And then here are how to cook. This is not the recipe list, just so you know, but this is like how you can cook some of these things. Grilled chicken, oven grilled chicken, steamed veggies, spaghetti squash. If you haven't tried spaghetti squash, I promise it's really kind of tasty. I enjoy it. Cauliflower rice, I'm okay with cauliflower rice in some instances. I don't like it like plain, but I'll tell you how I do that later. And then here's where I want to discuss this right here. It says, what if you're still hungry? I want you to read up on these questions here at the end. Or like, what if you need more? What if you feel like you need less? Like, these are all really good questions to ask. But basically, in the first time, like if you're going from a normal standard American diet to something like this, you will feel hungry because your body is going to be wondering what the heck you're doing. You will feel hungry mentally, you will feel hungry physically. So just kind of listen. If your stomach is rumbling but you still have energy, then you are not really hungry. That is just your body kicking into habit. But if you are moody or exhausted and you have headaches and you literally just feel terrible, A, you might be detoxing, but B, you may need more food. So just kind of, you'll have to assess that. And if you feel horrible and you're not really sure what to do, contact me and I'll help you figure out what we need to do from there. But usually it's just about going up another plan until your body can adjust to this. So anyways, and then there's a lot of other questions there that I'll let you read on your own. So from there, now you saw in this nutrition plan that it just showed you the actual days and the shopping list. So what do you do in terms of recipes? We have a recipe book for that. So here is the nutrition guide we just went over. Right underneath it is the recipe booklet. I promise my kid's fine. My husband's taking care of him. He's screaming his head off. All right, so here are the recipes, and these have actually been updated just for this relaunch. And so you will go down here, it gives you the intro, it gives you Shakeology, it tells you those recipes again, just so you can have that. Like, you'll probably, if you don't actually order the Shift Shop Challenge Pack, you'll want to print this off. But most of you are going to get a hard copy in the mail. All right, talks about prep week again. Here is a recipe for that. Here is another recipe for prep week, and it just goes over how to put those, to incorporate those into your day. And I'll be honest with you guys, okay? I'm just going to be very, very honest. I don't like some of these recipes. I don't enjoy spinach salad with quinoa, garbanzo beans, and paprika dressing. That does not sound good to me. Now, usually I will at least try things at least once before I totally throw the baby out with the bathwater. But usually if I'm like, oh, I can't do it, then what I'll do is I'll just look at the container count and I'll just figure out something. I'll go back to that food list and say, okay, I know I don't really want this, but I do like spinach, so I'll keep the spinach. I don't really like beans, so instead of beans, I'll find something from the carb list to eat. And I do like, pecans or something, so I'll put pecans in my spinach salad, and then I'll use one of the approved dressings, or just whatever, like you can figure this out if you like totally hate a recipe. I'm honestly probably not going to make this one because it does not look good to me. I know my husband will not like it. So what I do, and this is the beauty of these programs, is I just go back to my food list and I find something I do like and something I will eat. You don't have to eat the recipes if you don't like them. So there's freedom in that. Now this, I'm going to gobble up like a crazy woman because that sounds so good to me. But then it shows you the container counts up here. This sounds good to me. This sounds amazing to me. Now, you may not like tomatoes, so find something other than tomatoes or eat some like green beans on the side or something, but this sounds super, super yummy. And so just keep going. If you don't like, so here's another thing too, like here's grilled salmon on here. I love grilled salmon, but it's really expensive. So if that's like not in our budget for the week, then I will find something else. I'll just do chicken, or I'll find something else that I can, maybe tilapia, which I try to stay away from tilapia if it's been pond raised, but that's a different story for a different time. But I'll find something that I can substitute that's cheaper. Like if there's something on sale that week, or there's a white fish that's cheaper, I'll grab that instead. It doesn't have to be salmon, just so you guys know. This chili is amazing, by the way. You're going to love that. I've never made this, but it looks good. So here you go into week 1, and it gives you your breakfast, and it gives you another, because you get 2 or 3 different breakfasts for the week, depending. But here's all the week 1 breakfast recipes. And then it goes into lunch and dinner for week 1. And then it goes into, it's a very long cookbook apparently. Oh, snacks and sides. Okay, so we're gonna do all that for week 1. And then it goes into week 2, and that's color-coded blue. So you'll go through here and you'll find the recipes that fit into your plan here. And then you'll go into week 3. And where is that? I want to look at week 3 while we're here, by the way. Okay. Because this is where you get no carbs. All right. Can't have yellows, which is really funny that they make color-coded this yellow if we can't have our yellows that week. But they give you all these amazing recipes, and this looks awesome to me. That one does not look awesome to me, but I might try it. But this one looks good. The crustless egg quiche. That looks amazing. That looks amazing. So you just go through and you just find what you like, and you stick with that. You don't have to pick the ones you don't like. And then you've got lunch and dinner. So this is awesome. Good. This is a much better recipe book than the other one. Just FYI, guys. So that is how that works. You just go to Beachbody On Demand, go to Shift Shop and Program Materials, and everything's right there. You will also get the booklets in the mail whenever your kit comes. Now, here's a bonus for you guys, because some of you are going to be like, okay, so what do I do after? Or what if I hate all these recipes and I need to find something totally different? This is where Beachbody is for life for me, because you can go here back to workouts. I'm going to go up here to workouts. All right, and it's going to show me all these again. And I am down here. Let's see, where am I? Yeah, okay. Just keep going down till you find it. But there's this one called Fixate right here. Can you see that one right there? This is Autumn Calabrese. She's kind of I fangirl over her the most. And her brother, Bobby Calabrese, who he's a chef. And so she teamed up with him so they could have awesome recipes that go with our food planning system that that are good. And so, because it's just hard to find healthy food that actually tastes good, but they have done a really amazing job at this. And so it goes over the containers and why she came up with the system and why it works. It tells you what to get rid of out of your pantry. It shows you how Autumn Calabrese herself will meal prep, and then how you can also meal prep a different way. And then I think this is funny, knife skills so you don't slice yourself, because I've done that before and this taught me a lot actually. But here's the beauty, okay? So breakfast recipes, let's say after these 4 weeks are up, or these 3 weeks, you're like, okay, let's keep going. Like, I want to eat like this again. I want to keep going. You can find all these recipes, and the beauty is, they're actual shows. So you'll click play and it will be like a little 5-minute television show of them making these muffins. But then it will also give you the container count. So these are 1 purple and 1 blue. And additionally, you can go to the program materials again and go to recipes, and then you can literally actually print off these recipes so you don't just have to watch the show. You can actually print them off too, and I'll show you. Here's an example of the blueberry maple muffins. Here's what you use. Here's the container count, and it's that simple. And there's also a video for that as well under the video portion. So there's that. I'll stop my share now. I hope that really helps you. If you have any questions for me, let me know. I'm sorry, my kid was screaming in the background the whole time. I think he's down for a nap now, so we're all good. But anyways, if you have any questions at all, let me know. And I am so excited to do this with you. I can't even put it into words. But just let me know and I will get back to you.